Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to some more World of Warships, and this is going to be essentially just kind of a bonus video. This is a really good game I had with the Fuso that I helped carry in, and I actually haven't shown the Fuso off in a while. It's actually been quite a while since I've shown off the Fuso. It's one of my more favorite tier 6 battleships. Obviously I went back and repurchased her after I went through the line, and it's definitely one of my more favorites. We are playing on neighbors. We have a Colorado, KGV, Queen Elizabeth, Fuso, Charles Martel, Atlanta, York, Graspe, Kagero, Neville, and a Anshan. On the enemy team, there is a Colorado, Hood, New Mexico, Bayern, Fuso, Hipper, Atlanta, Miyoko, Galley, Ognavoy, and a Bliskovic and a Gade. I am joined with two of my clanmates, both Pizza and Juhan, in the Anshan and Graspe accordingly. So got some good teammates behind me. Now I've been showing off a lot of my clanmates, and it just really comes down to the fact that you're in a clan and you get to meet players who you can rely on. So if you see a lot of them, it's just due to the fact that, you know, good teammates. Because random, generally you have a very low chance to actually get teammates that actually know what they're doing. I don't know. I just have those really bad battles. As example, yesterday I had a really tough time with good teammates, and they just get instantly killed, and I'm just left alone. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? So Fuso, as you can tell, has a really long range, 21.8, and I have no idea how I did not get spotted there. But generally, the Fuso at long range isn't the greatest. And also, you can tell I'm a little rusty with the ship. It's been a while since I played the Fuso. So long range, the Fuso's dispersion can be very erratic. But it's usually the mid-range where the Fuso is extremely powerful. As you can tell, there are 6 turrets, 12 guns each. Atlanta obviously is like, oh crap. And fortunately for him, all my shots do miss. Now, I will say battleship replays are usually on the slower side. They're usually not overly exciting, but as you can see on the upper left of my reticule, there is a storm coming. There is going to be a cyclone. So this is not exactly what you always want to see when you're a battleship. Slight lag there, but we get a citadel on that Atlanta, and that Atlanta sticks around for a while. Very surprised with that fact. Alright, so we actually finally get our first hit, and it comes with a citadel. Very nice. But once again, the Fuso, it's good at the mid-ranges, usually around 14 to about 16 kilometers. Anything closer, yeah, it's going to be powerful, but at those ranges, you're able to at least still have decent dispersion, as well as being able to at least semi-react to any incoming fire. And as you can see there, 12,000 against the Fuso. No citadel, but still 12,000 is very nice. Fuso, as probably many have experienced it, is not very well. It's not very durable. It's one of the thinly armored ships compared to the other tier 6. So you do have to be careful about showing your broadside, and that's generally the worst thing, because for the Fuso to become very powerful, it has to show a lot of broadside, because there are 2 turrets in the middle that really do require a lot of broadside just to get those weapons off. Alright, so damage wise, it's alright. It's not the greatest in the world, but we're doing fine. And one other side little note I have noticed, especially playing against other Fuso captains, and I see this quite a bit, and I kind of just like, what are you doing? I have seen a lot of Fuso captains using HE. That is, I mean, yes, it can be very annoying and very potent, because with 12 shells incoming with a decent fire chance, it can cause a lot of fires. And at times there are certain ships like the North Carolina and even the Bismarck, where it's a little bit more difficult to actually deal a significant amount of damage. Having that fire chance is always nice to have. All right, so as you can obviously tell, there were some torpedoes incoming. That was from the Bliskovica, and this is always a good thing to do, is aim where a ship is going to be, especially when they are turning, because it's very difficult for them to actually avoid those. But fortunately for him, he avoided most of it except for one shell. Got over penetration. Now, unfortunately for us, we are kind of coming into an area where there's quite a few battleships. For example, there is a enemy in New Mexico, which I do have to be extremely careful of. Fortunately, we were able to slow up and dodge all of that salvo, and we get all right damage against this New Mexico. Got at least one penetration and one over penetration, so at least we did some damage. Now, obviously, you always want to at least try to be semi-angled and hope that they don't get a random penetration because, well, that's unfortunate. There's torpedoes incoming. For the most part, you should be able to bounce and ricochet and not get over penetrated. Obviously, higher tier battleships will be able to penetrate you, but in this case, I think a New Mexico and I believe that's the only one that's looking at us, should not be able to penetrate through your bow armor, so we should be fine. Taking very minor amount of damage and just playing cautiously. This hood, I don't really know what this hood is doing, but he's way outside. Now, there is a cyclone starting to take effect. 29 kilometers is the max range at the moment. That should be starting to drop. And looks like our friend Juhan in his Grass Bay does take out the Bayern. Very nice. And I believe that Atlanta is finally dead. I think someone finally got the killing shot on him. He was very low on health. It's about time that he was actually taken out of the battle. Now I'm going to go ahead and start pushing towards their cap because our friendly ships on the southwestern side is actually starting to push in quite heavily and get a pretty good hit on him. He gets at least about 8,000 points of damage on us. Bliskovica does show up, but fortunately for myself, I am actually outside his torpedo range, so I don't have to worry about him. And I'm just going to let our friendly cruisers focus him down as quickly as they're able to. But you can see that at least 4 ships were aiming at us. It looks like the hood opened up with HE. Yeah, once again, granted, I am semi-angled. Yeah, the hood has decent AP. But yeah, anyways, so now here's one thing that kind of bothers me, and I know and I understand that having high explosive is a very viable option, especially for cruisers who, well, can't always penetrate through the battleship armor. So having HE to cause fire is very beneficial for them. But I mean, you can angle all you want, but if a battleship just decides to fire HE at you, there's nothing you can do. There's literally nothing you can do except for either try to kill them as quickly or get away as quickly as possible. And that's almost near impossible, especially these low tier battleships who have very slow and horrible top speeds. So it's actually not that beneficial. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about high explosive. I understand the benefit of the high explosive, but at the exact same time, it is aggravating, especially with British battleship using HE a lot, and well, that's just due to the fact that their AP does pretty piss poor job against other battleships. So yeah, anyways, I'm just complaining, I guess. Alright, Gade is alive. Can we take him out? Look at this. This is ridiculous. Let's do 6,000. He is still alive with 235 points of health. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look at that. Look at that damage roll. And of course, our guns take forever to reload. And he goes down to the friendly Atlanta. But there is a Miyoko who is semi-angled to us. And we at least get a salvo off before we get around behind the island. And we get 6,000. Not too bad. Not too bad. Now, obviously, the cyclone is in full effect. That limits our detection down quite a bit. Pizza is very, very low in health. And Johan is now, unfortunately, going into the teeth of the monsters coming here shortly. Now, the Grass Bay, yeah, it's all right, but unfortunately for him, it's just a cruiser, and it's not gonna be able to survive. Now, unfortunately for me, I have just dropped my salvo on that Miyoko before he was taken out, and now I have a broadside hood that I am not able to open up against. Have at least another 10 seconds before my guns reload, but we should be able to get some off. And oh no, we have just lost both of our friendly ships to the New Mexico and the hood, and now it's just me. Now fortunately we are in a ship advantage, and oh looky there, we got a Citadel in the hood. That's apparently very, very difficult to get, but oh, we got one. Now, fortunately for us, our team, we're doing very, very well. We have the ship advantage, and we are also currently capping. Now, I'm sitting at 104k. I kind of don't want the battle to end, and New Mexico semi-angled to us, and really? Well, we had 4 ricochet, about 3 or 4 over penetration, 1 penetration, and he is still alive. And yeah, we'll see him as we round this corner. He's definitely very close to us, so we should be able to take him out. Our guns are reloaded, which is very beneficial. Now, the Cyclone is a good thing for a battleship because it allows you to get a little bit closer. And here RNG just does not like me. Look at this. Oh, there we go. Oh, good. RNG actually did like me. There's an instance in this battle where RNG just did not like me at all. So only one salvo was needed to finish off that New Mexico. So in case anything else decides to show up, we should be able to help take care of this. Now, unfortunately for our Kagero, who is in the cap, he does have a enemy Bliskovica that is pushing quite heavily, as well as a Colorado. But we do have a Queen Elizabeth, so we should have some backup, I hope. We are now detected. Colorado is detecting us, showing us a lot of broadside. And let's see. 8,000 points of damage, not too bad. Was hoping for maybe a Citadel, but that's just not the case. Now we are being targeted by one ship, and I think that might be the Bliskovica. Maybe. Or not. Maybe it's the Colorado. Actually, I don't really know. But there is an enemy Fuso that is coming around. There he is. He's the one looking at us. And trying to turn in. He gets a decent hit on us, but oh, we get about 13,000 points of damage against him. Very, very nice. Battle is very close. We are actually very close to capping, but the enemy team has all quickly ran back to their base and is now fighting off the Queen Elizabeth, but there is also a friendly Colorado there as well. And we do have backup behind us. And look at this. Okay, here it is. Salvo off. First shot. Get a penetration. Next salvo off. What? Nothing? Oh. Really? Okay, so unfortunately, did not get that kill. Should have got that kill, actually. That should have been ours. But, Alright, so we do have guns reloaded. There is a Hipper and a Hood still alive on the enemy team. Hipper is probably going to be my more priority target, since he does have torpedoes available for him. But Dispersion just did not like me there, good lord. Come on. There we go. Earn Confederate and High Caliber all in one salvo. But he's still kicking, and RNG just did not want me to deal any more damage. Hipper should go down to the friendly Colorado, so I'm actually going to quickly focus on the hood. Alright, so the hood has taken quite a bit of damage. We are quickly reloading as quick as we can, and the Hipper's pissed because of his teammates. And, oh, did I mention that the hood's very difficult to Citadel? Very, very nice. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zai Jen.